Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Full Force News Burst, brought to you by GeneralsJoesReborn.com, with me as your host, Chris Mean Girl McLeod, aka Diagnostic 80. Joining me today to talk about the news that Hasbro plan to eliminate virtually all packaging plastics by 2022 is Justin Blister on my bell. So without further ado, let's get stuck into this news burst. Earlier today, Hasbro released a press release outlining their plans to eliminate virtually all packaging plastics by the year 2022, starting next year. Hasbro have been vocal in their ambitions to be a greener and more sustainable company with toy recycling initiatives like TerraCycle, use of plant-based materials, the addition of how to recycle labels, and ending the use of wire ties, so it comes as no surprise that they intend to help with the world's plastic problem by eliminating it where possible. They plan to begin phasing out plastic from new product packaging, including plastic elements like poly bags, elastic bands, shrink wrap, window sheets, and blister packs. Good friend of the show and avid listener viewer superfan CEO Brian Goldner, I made some of that up, had this to say in the release. Removing plastic from our packaging is the latest advancement in our more than decade-long journey to create a more sustainable future for our business and our world. We have an experienced, cross-functional team in place to manage the complexity of this undertaking, and will look to actively engage employees, customers and partners as we continue to innovate and drive progress as a leader in sustainability. President and Chief Operating Officer for Hasbro John Frascotti added, "Reimagining and redesigning packaging across our brand portfolio is a complex undertaking, but we believe it's important and our teams are up for the challenge. We know consumers share our commitment to protecting the environment, and we want families to feel good knowing that our packaging will be virtually plastic free and our products can be easily recycled through our toy recycling program with TerraCycle." Even though it sounds like a low-budget 80s action movie, TerraCycle actually enables consumers to send well-loved Hasbro toys and games to TerraCycle, a global leader in product recycling, who will recycle them into materials to be used in the construction of play spaces, flower pots, park benches and other innovative uses. Hasbro recently announced the expansion of the program to France, Germany and Brazil, and plans to expand the program to additional markets with the goal of ensuring all Hasbro toys and games are recyclable in the major markets where it does business. Justin, positive move, or is this a bit of a corporate propaganda maneuver? I suppose it can be a bit of both.
Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit of both. I mean, it's, kudos to them for being green or greener. Yeah, I think it's great, sure.
This is one of those things where you kind of you see a problem in the world. I mean, a huge plastic problem. Obviously, toy companies, add to that issue with a lot of these things, packaging being one of them. I've seen a lot of people worried and kind of complaining already that this is going to lead to not being able to see the toys themselves, not being able to kind of actually view them, because obviously the issues with like window boxes being plastic window sheets and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you foresee that kind of issue? I mean, are we talking a lot more blind box stuff here? I mean, is that something that worries you?
No, not really. I mean, they've been using kind of empty face window boxes for a while, where it's essentially the same as a window box, only without the plastic.
Yeah.
And the figure is like tied down inside with some hemp twine or something like that. But
I mean, that's a good option. The other one I've noticed a lot in use is the kind of open Velcro kind of door flaps, and obviously that would at least stop or prevent, a lot of hands-on kind of stuff. I mean, not completely, but, collectors would be able to kind of check on all of those different products to make sure, nothing dodgy's happened, like a swap or something's happened or that kind of stuff. I mean, as much as I do understand from a collector's point of view that being a problem, surely the world's plastic issue is more important than that.
Oh, yeah. I would say so, yeah. I mean, I'm willing to give up a little bit of convenience of seeing a figure through a blister in order to help try to stem the world's plastic problem, for sure.
Yeah. In any case, it's an ongoing problem that at least they're attempting to try and help towards, and that's something that Hasbro have been doing quite a lot recently. But yeah, it does still feel a bit propaganda-ish, doesn't it?
If they really want to impress me, they'll make some plant-based action figures.
Totally. Yeah, they'll all be like Inhumanoids. That's what they'll be, like those little tree bad guys.
Play with them and then smoke them after.
We do not condone the use of drugs on this show. Yes, we do.
Do not smoke your action figures. Yeah, do not smoke your action figures.
We actually have to condone it to get through some of these news bursts. In any case, Justin, thank you so much for jumping on and chatting that quickly with me. I appreciate you calling in all the way from the moon. It's amazing that we have this technology.
I'm driving through Vermont right now, so I'm actually contractually obligated to talk about marijuana because I'm driving. kind of why I went in that direction. I'm sorry.
We all know where Justin Bell's bread is buttered now. He is an avid drug user. In any case, you can't sue me for that, Justin. Thanks for jumping on, mate. Much appreciated.
No problem. All right.
That's it for this instalment of the Full Force News Burst. Thank you to... Why do I keep calling it the News Burst? Have you noticed that? This is the News Burst. So thank you to my awesome co-host, Justin Bell. See you next time, and as always, full birth. I mean force. And don't do drugs, kids. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback or questions. We have also started a Patreon page, so if you want to see your name up in lights on these videos or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.